these stories will focus on the livestock and agriculture industry across the state. For my first story, I spoke to a Howard County farmer about his expectations for the spring planting season, as well as why farmers are, quote, in a good position right now.
It got started just by wanting to continue the legacy of what my grandpa and great-grandpa started, 100 years ago. So here we are.
Keeping the legacy of his family farm alive.
The house we live in is where my grandparents lived.
Is what Howard County farmer and Pioneer Sales Support Supervisor Roy Cooper works hard to do.
She's cold this morning. Here is farmland that my family has owned since the 1930s.
Like many farmers, right now, Cooper is planning ahead for the spring 2021 planting season. Brady Brewer, assistant professor in the Department of Agriculture Economics at Purdue, says farmers are in a good position.
We're really entering the 2021 crop year, I don't want to say on a high note, that's probably a little optimistic, but definitely in a good position.
Brewer says there's a reason why farmers like Cooper are in that good position.
The high commodity prices are definitely, when farmers sit down to pencil out their crop plan for 2021, those high commodity prices definitely help increase the bottom line of their farm profitability.
Oh yeah, she's froze over there.
And that's exactly what Cooper does.
Having an analytical background, I'd like to put the pen to the paper quite often.
Part of the planning process for this spring is reflecting back on the previous year.
You make decisions on what worked well last year and the year before, what didn't work well.
Last year, Cooper was able to get a few more acres of farmland.
Boy, it's chilly out here, isn't it?
His plan for this year is to balance out his workload and his acres.
It takes a long time. It takes a lot longer to harvest an acre of corn for me than it does an acre of soybeans.
Right now, with commodity prices high,
if you sold your entire crop right now at the prices that we're seeing right now, you should be making a profit.
Brewer says China is helping drive these high commodity prices we're seeing.
China has been buying more of our products here lately just because there isn't enough product out there on the international markets.
I asked Cooper what advice he would give local farmers to take advantage of these high prices we're seeing.
If I was, going to give any advice to local farmers, I would say, lock in a portion of your farm right now that you're willing to put a little bit at risk with. And if you are feeling that you can't afford that risk, maybe back it up with some crop insurance or things like that.
While keeping commodity prices in mind,
okay,
Roy will continue to prepare for the spring planting season with his family in mind.
I want to be able to continue the growth on our farm. I want to be able to pass what my wife and I are building now to my son and future children.
Cooper will continue to get his farming equipment ready while he waits for the spring planting season to arrive. And he also stays busy taking care of his show pig business called Varsity Show Pigs. The next segment of Indiana Farming Report will air next week right here on News 18 This Morning.